Good afternoon and welcome to AFLNT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 18 clash. We're here at Norbuilt Oval on Larrakia Country this afternoon. Southern Districts taking on 6th place Tiwi Bombers. Good afternoon, my name's Nick Danks and my commentary partner this afternoon, Paul Mayer. Paul, good to see you again, mate, and a lovely wet day out here at Fred's Pass.
Nothing changes out here at Norbuilt Oval. Danksy does it, so another wet, inclement day out here. I think I've done 3 or 4 games out here and they've always been the same, so consistency is gold out here, Danksy.
Yeah, possible thunderstorms and 27 degrees. So the one good thing for the Tiwi Bombers is they get used to rain, because the only place it rains more than here is, of course, Tiwi Island, and so it'll play them. And of course, I did a game with Tiwi over there this year, and there was a swimming pool and a river in the middle of the ground where the goal umpire was actually standing in water. So a bit of damp ground here today should help the Bombers. But of course, big one today. Last night, St Mary's defeated, had a win by 74 points. So Southern Districts now must win today to secure the minor premiership and a week one bye in the final series. A loss this afternoon, they'll drop to 2nd place, and they'll play the winner of this afternoon's game at DXC Arena against Pint and the Nightcliff Tigers in the qualifying final. And for the Tiwi Bombers, Paul, it's pretty straightforward. They're going to win this afternoon and hope there's an upset tonight at Gardens Oval when Waratah, who are currently in the 5, lose against Darwin Buffaloes. So your thoughts on today? Which one are you fancying today?
Well, you don't want to be playing hoping that somebody's going to win or lose to get a spot. So Tiwi have got a challenge in front of them. If they do their bit, they've got to hope that somebody else does something different. You never know about Buffaloes. They've had a very up and down season, so I wouldn't be relying on that. I wouldn't be putting any money on it, that's for sure. So the process is Tiwi do their bit today, and then they hope that something may well transpire in the later game later on this afternoon. Waratahs, of course, they'll be playing for it. They'll want a finals berth. Their season has been a little bit inconsistent as well, so they'll want to win as well. So it should be good, entertaining. Both should be very good, entertaining matches. The weather here today, with the inclemency of last week and the ground being fairly soft, once again, it's probably not going to be highly skillful and probably low scoring. Tiwi, they're a shorter program. Jack Steele has been in form up forward, so he's the key. Can he hang on to a wet footy? Is going to make or break that program. Yeah, so far this season, Tiwi Bombers only won one game against a side that's currently in the top 5. So it's a big one for them today, but this is it. Their season may go on or it'll end, and Southern District's playing for top spot. And Paul, we're underway. As the ball goes up, it's Blackley Noda in the ruck against Big White Ryan. Ball comes out, Anderson gets a first touch. The clearance there by Matty Johnson. He goes out to the grandstand side wing. They bring the ball forward, and that's Farah who takes the mark on the outer side. Play on's the call. He comes back inside. Johnson again. 2 possessions in the first 30 seconds. He's looking forward. He's looking for options. There's plenty of movement. He decides to go to the far side, and he's looking out there for Ryan, who's pushed down the ground. Blackley Noda goes with him, but Ryan takes the mark. He's got him for size. Big White Ryan, I think he's got him for everything. I think he's got everyone in the league for size, but he certainly did have the big advantage there. And the ball's come into him, and he lines it up after a couple of minutes for not even a minute yet, and for the first goal of the game. And that's a clanger. Kicked like a ruckman. Yep. But no, it's a goal. It didn't look like anything like that, Danksy, did it? If you're watching that at home, it's not the way to kick a football, but it's the way to finish it off. It must be the angle that went in, because it didn't look like a goal, but he's kicked it straight towards the goal umpire, and they've got the first one on the board in just on a minute. Well, Matty Johnson with 2 touches as well, so I'd be watching him, but was fairly bruise-free, actually. They didn't really take any contact. The ball went out wide. Farah took a very good, virtually, we'll call it a contested mark, but his opposition was a couple of metres behind him. So a good start so far. Southern Districts, as the rain starts to tumble down a little bit heavier here at Norbuilt Oval. Southern District's kicking to the right of screen, which is the northern end of the ground. Ryan and Blackley Noda again. Blackley Noda wins the tap out. Narkle gets a clearance that goes backwards. They pushed him out across half back. Anderson was in there, couldn't get it. Ball's come out there to Bowden. It's a clearance by Narkle. Kicks forward. He's looking there but didn't find Berry. The ball hits the ground. It's pushed forward. It's gone backwards in the favour of Tiwi. It's a ducking the head or a too high free kick. And that will be taken by 32. It's not on the... Ball moves forward. Half-back flank. Lockyer. Grandstand side. on the bounce. Steele gets the ball out. Tiwi push forward again. It's an attempted mark there again by Steele, but the ball rolls out of bounds in front of the Southern District's coach's box. Buckley knows he's going to have his work cut out for him today. Normally a defender. Throw in. Ryan gets first tap. Lockyer gets the ball out. Ball's worked its way. Thompson. Narkle goes backwards. Gets the handball out. It's picked up there by Shannon. Bit of pressure being put on by Tiwi. And Stephen Motlop's kicked the ball away. And is it a 50-metre penalty? It is. So it's going to be a quick reply here. It's Braden McLean.
It looked like he was going to go the wrong way there for a second, and he stopped the ball and then just thumped it away. And after the whistle had gone, this is a pretty short 50. Is he going to line? He's lining right up directly in front.
Shell and Peas straight through. So Tiwi hit back very, very quickly. We're only 3.5 minutes in and we've had a goal from either side. Interesting free kick. There was 4 or 5 players had their hands on the ball. McLean affected the tackle. Motlop decided he was going to kick it. He wasn't sure which way it was going, and the resultant 50 free kick has resulted in a goal to Braden McLean.
Yeah, big penalty to pay that one, but it's all tied up now. But you're right, it's a bit bruise-free footy at the moment, isn't it? There's just been chipping it around in these wet conditions, and two got a bit of pace on.
So the ball back in the middle. Interesting program for Tiwi tonight. Will they be back next week? Blackley Noda gets a tap. Anderson taps it back to Ryan. Kick goes forward. Farah can't pick it up. Gets a little kick backwards. Tiwi clear the ball back out again through several sets of hands. Finishes up on the head of halfback flank. That was Twycross. He's kicked it straight to the opposition. Mark's been taken by Geordie Johnson. He goes short, grandstand side. Farah, hands up. Missed Anderson. He goes back in and gets it. Ball comes back out again. Narkle's free. Handball's backwards. Ball goes over the boundary line in front of Michael Bowden. Boundary umpires had a lot of work to do at Palmerston last night, Danksy. I wonder if it's going to be the same today if they're pushing the ball so far wide.
Yeah, been a couple of games at this ground, and they tend to just play on that wing all day, the one near the grandstand.
It's usually the opposite side to wherever you're sitting, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ryan gets a tap down, can't pick it up. He's manhandling a couple of players. That was Michael Thompson. And we've got another stoppage, ball in. Not as many Southern Districts fans out here today. Tiwi obviously don't have a big following in Darwin. Blackley Noda, Ryan again, Lockyer, sweeps on it, right foot, tries to kick inside 50. In dispute, ball comes out, defensive kick out towards centre wing. Mark is taken by Districts. This is Berry, moves the ball on quickly. He's gone forward, he's looking for Farah, can't find him. Defensive punch, ball comes out, it's picked up by Munkara. Clearance kick, straight down Southern District's centre half back, and that's Bowden. A rock in defence. Everybody's pointing which direction he goes in. He decides to go down the middle. They'll switch play now. And the man on the outside here is Jonathan Ross. Natural today. He goes short. And the mark is taken inside 50 by Southern Districts. And that's taken by Berry.
Yeah, Ross was on his own for a long time out here on this wing by himself, and just a matter of switching it across.
Ashton Ham's pointing the boys in the right direction to fill the spots. Berry looks pretty confident. There's no real breeze here today.
Yeah, it's not much breeze. It's with a bit of a dip, so it helps it. He had the right idea to go that side, but he just didn't make the distance.
Top of the square. Ball goes out of bounds. In the back pocket, seen over the line by Scotty Bedford. Throw in. Tanner, Blackley Noda and Ryan again. Ball falls down. It's picked up there by Farah, screws the ball back around the corner. No mark taken, although possession is taken. There's a little dribble kick across the face of goal. And there's a free kick paid. And it looks as though it's going to Southern Districts.
Yeah, I think Dylan Barry got shoved after he got rid of the ball, so the umpire's going to bring this one all the way back. Motlop's taken the mark there, though. The umpire wants to bring him round by an extra metre, I think.
Banana, no good. Point. Advantageous. Capabilities and ambitions might be a little bit of an issue there. Danksy?
Yeah, there was. I think the first idea which he did before the umpire pulled him back when he get it out to Motlop there, just Motlop sort of wandered in behind him and didn't give him that option, and he's not been able to get that one through.
Tiwi playing from full back. They've gone grandstand side. They bring the ball out now through Coleman. He goes long into their forward 50. Ball's kicked off the ground. It's a bit of a foot race. Ball gets kicked off the ground again there by Cantella. Bowden kicks it back again. He's there looking for Lake. He can't pick the ball up. The ball goes out of bounds. Right forward pocket for Tiwi. Ball's thrown in. Blackley, Noda and Ryan. Ryan gets the tap down. District's defence is pretty strong. Ryan gets the ball out. Mark is there taken. Half-back flank. Johnson goes short. Short again. That's probably not quite the distance, but the umpire has paid the mark. This is Rusker, front of the coach's box. Not really sure which way to go. They're normally pretty good with this. They'll switch the play. They decide to go down the line. Mark is dropped there by Dunn. Ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, pretty hard to switch the play. There's one person in the middle of the ground by himself, but the rest of there's no one on this side of the ground at all, so it's all pushed over towards that grandstand side. And normally Southern Districts don't play that way. They just do stretch the ground and use it, and that's probably what they should be doing against the Bombers and get them running around the ground.
Well, too, we're trying to make the ground smaller by curtailing them back into that lane. So far so good. As a high tackle, Lazy there off half back. This is Caswell. He goes wide. He's got Scrivello on the outer half-back flank. He decides to go back to Hams. They'll push forward. Further down the ground. This is Tippenwood and Terry. Takes the mark. He goes inside. Short. Caswell goes back down, outer side, looking for Rioli Pagona, but can't find him. Intercept marked by Districts. They've gone virtually nearly one-on-one here, Tiwi. Long. Hams, ball's called out of bounds on the full. Hams and Farah both got a hand on it. Hams goes short. McLean. He's got options in the middle. It's not quite close enough. He does. He's going to try and pull a needle out, pick a needle out of a haystack here, and he does that. Mark is taken by Dunn with the helmet on.
Should be 50.
And that's a 50-metre penalty.
Yeah, he stepped alongside of him there straight away. I thought the umpire's not going to pay that, but then he's had a quick thought and said, yep, I will. So it definitely was a 50-metre penalty. It's a really light rule, that one, but it definitely was a correct decision. So the second 50-metre penalty for the Bombers, and they're lining up for their second goal to put themselves in front. Remember, they must win today and hope Waratah loses tonight, and Southern Districts need to win and to lock up top spot.
Laid back, too laid back. Sprayed that one to the left. Districts take the quick play on. They've gone to outer side. Short chip again. They'll come back now. They're probably going to switch it back around to the outer side as they do that. They've got options. Everybody's trying to track, but they've only got one. So they go short. That's Stanley. Now he's got an option forward. That's Benny Barnard. They're always on the mark-up. Gets a hack kick, moves forward. It's all Tiwi. And a dump kick by Lockyer. It's gone straight back down the throat. And that's Michael Bowden. He's got an option. Stephen Motlop gets the handball. He comes back inside. Same side. Short kick again. Johnson goes inside. They're going to move now. And that's Barnard who does the same. So they've moved about 60 metres horizontal across the other side of the ground. And they're picking the ball up now on centre wing. Narkle takes a mark in front of the grandstand. He comes inside again. Puts Howard under pressure. Barnard under pressure. He goes back to Motlop. Short. This one has found Bowden. He pushes it to inside 50. Mark is dropped. Clumsy. That was Scavello who actually fell on top of his opponent. And having a kick for goal is going to be Brandon Rusker. So, possession footy, Danksy.
Yeah, it's not got inside. This is only the 5th time it's got inside 50 for Southern Districts, and Tiwi have got inside 3 times. And both of those were 50-metre penalties at the Boredom in 2 of those 3.
They probably touched the ball about 8 times then to go from a half-back flank to a half-forward flank. Long bomb has gone to the far side for a point. So there's a couple of shots from straight in front from both teams. With no breeze here, rain is virtually diminished. Ham's not really sure which way to go. He's going to try and go down the line, but he's gone straight down the line and he's kicked it virtually straight to Ryan. Some off-ball work to try and get him out of the road, but Ryan picks up the scraps. There's plenty of Tiwi players throwing themselves at the ball, and there was a high tackle. Districts break. They're looking for Farrow. They can't find him, but the man who's taken the mark. Forward. Looks like Schwartz. Hasn't kicked a goal so far. Well, we've only been going 14 minutes. It's probably the informed small forward in the competition. He's going to kick this one from right on 50, Danksy.
Yeah, he's a couple of seasons just looking this up, so he's only 3 goals is all he's kicked.
Well, that's not really informed.
No, 38 goals.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, yeah, no. And he's kicked 7 in the last 2 weeks.
Make that 8. As Districts push on now, that's the second goal, 2-2-14 to 1-1-7. We're at about 15 and a half minutes into the first quarter. No real breeze. There's no real favouritism towards any end of the ground. The wet conditions, we would have thought might have helped Tiwi. But the big man, Ryan, is having a field day out there so far. And it's probably more so what he's doing around the ground, not in those ruck competitions.
Yeah, those 3 goals that Schwartz got was in the All-Star game, so that stat came up first, but he's kicked 39 for the season now.
Be just about leading the goal kicking along those lines there, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, now he's 7 clear on top now.
Well, he is leading the goal kicking.
with 3 quarters of footy to go.
So we're back to the centre. It's a fairly even quarter. Districts have had a lot more of the footy, but they use it a lot more at the same time, possession-wise. Ryan with one hand, the clearance out, pushes forward. No real clean take. Just keep moving the ball forward, Tiwi, which is probably not doing them much favours, whereas Districts prefer to go backwards as the ball comes out to Narkle on a half-back flank. He has a runner on the outside. They move the ball up, pushing towards the half-forward flank now in front of the grandstand. No possession taken. Picked up now. Done. He's been busy early. Pushes back down the wing and the ball goes out of bounds for a throw-in.
When I've seen the Bombers look good this season, it's when they've run down through the middle of the ground and quick handballs and got to go through there. They're going to have to do that because playing out on this wing is definitely playing into Southern Districts' hand and just keep knocking it over the boundary line.
Well, they're a stoppage team, aren't they?
Yeah.
Districts get a kick out of that pack. Ball bounces through the middle. It's a one-on-one contest. Ball falls out. Lockie couldn't pick it up. Shannon could, but the ball breaks free. Districts push forward through Coleman into the forward 50. No mark taken. They're looking for a ball off the bottom of the pack. The ball comes out, maybe a head-high tackle, pushing the back there to Kiranua at the same time. Trying to get the ball back out again was Bowden, as Districts do along the ground as they push it back out again. Trying to pick the ball up, who slips over at the same time was Lake. They push the ball forward now. Picked up there by Johnson. He gets a handball, but a smother. The ball comes backwards Tiwi's way for Brown. Kicks it long. He's looking for a forward in steel. He can't find him. There's numbers on the bottom of the pack here for Tiwi. Picked up there by Kiranua. He's trying to turn on a 10-cent piece. He can't do that. Bedford comes through, which is Scott Bedford up against Ty Bedford, who's wearing number 32. And the free kick looks like it's gone here to Brody Lake. Kicks it back down that coach's box side of the ground. Districts now bringing the ball out. There's a series of handballs. They come in through the middle of the ground. Nobody can take possession. Berry tried, couldn't, unsuccessful. The ball's on the ground. Did Tiwi pull it in underneath? The umpire's having a look at that. He's decided that it's his.
Yeah, I don't think the Southern Districts players agree. There was a couple of comments made there. But I think the umpire got that one right.
Well, it looked as though he was going to pay something. He was giving him the opportunity to get it out, and it didn't happen. Ryan with a one-hander. Was he grabbed? Did he push out? No, it's a free kick. It's play on. Districts break out of defence, pushing inside 50. Running along with the flight of the ball is Bo Schwartz, who was taking the mark. Scavello not really keen to get onto the mark. The ball comes off to Anderson with a left foot lazy kick in towards goal. Bounces through for a goal. Districts are back. And they're fairly happy about that, Jed Anderson too. They had plenty of numbers forward. Danksy, Tiwi didn't track back quick enough.
Yeah, it looked like they've done that a few times in training, because Schwartz just waiting for Anderson to run through then, and he obliged him with a lovely handball, and then of course he's just gone through and popped that through, which he's probably done a dozen or so times at training at this ground. So a 13-point lead with probably just over 3 minutes left to play this quarter, so we're just about to tick into time on.
So the free kick breakaway, the play on advantage, sort of had Tiwi on the hunt. They weren't really sure what was going on. They had too many players on the wrong side of the footy, and the ball came forward with a kick like that came out. Schwartz has already kicked one, was standout leading forward, and as you said, Danksy, you just waited for Jed as part of a training run. Ryan and Blackley Noda are at it again. Blackley Noda, both of them really missed it. It's Thompson can't get it out. Stacks on. Plenty of bodies getting thrown around. On the bottom of the pack there was done. There's a one-on-one tackle. They're waiting for the umpire to blow the whistle. That was Caswell. Virtually turned his opponent inside out, and he's going to be the recipient of the free kick. Decides to change direction. McLean comes off. He's got a runner. Ball knocked out. Play on. Oh, he's going to bring him back. It was very well done there by the Southern Districts defender.
Yeah, just stood his mark, which is what he's supposed to do, and then the umpire made him come back behind it.
McLean plays on, puts it out into space. That Steele couldn't get his hands to the ball. That's Rioli Vagona. He can't get a touch on it. The ball falls out. Farah gets the ball out. Shannon, another handball. This is where they decide to go backwards. District's clearance kick up now towards Narkle, who's found a little bit of space on half forward. He's got a paddock in front of him. He goes sideways. Running onto the ball is Anderson, who takes the mark at about 45 metres out. Turns his back on his teammates, which virtually means go and fetch the footy from the other side of the fence in a minute, boys.
Yeah, it's about where he kicked the last one from, is sort of distance, a similar one.
Left foot. He's taking his time. He probably wants to see the siren go. This will probably do me until quarter time.
Yeah, kicked 3 goals a couple of weeks ago against Wanderers. Missed out last week against Palmerston, but was one of the few that did miss out last week.
He's kicked from about 48. He's happy with it. It's gone to shave the goalpost, but it hasn't. And that's a goal again. That's Jed Anderson back to back. Sensational effort there once again by Districts. So they were able to bring the ball out and create some space through Narkle, who put the ball out in front of a running Jed Anderson inside 50.
Yeah, back to a handy lead now. 19 points.
You can't give them an opportunity, can you?
No, they're a good side. So they're playing for a guaranteed week off and minor premiers today, Southern Districts. And Tiwi Bombers are playing to keep their season alive and hope Waratah don't win tonight.
I think Rick Nolan might have something to say about that.
Yeah, I think so too. They're playing for fifth spot, the Tars out.
Ryan again gets the tap. Into the middle now. It looks like his bid mate gets the handball out. Clearance now. Ball finishes up on centre wing. Districts turn inside out. Goes back to bid mate. Tries to clear the ball inside 50. He's got the Schwartz and the Farahs. They can't. Ashton Hams takes the mark. They're going to spread. This is Lockyer. He's got a short option. Thompson. And another short one. They've gone inside. Mark couldn't be taken there by Tippenwoody. Although there is a follow-up. And he gets the ball back again. Oh, it's just hit a bit of a brummy kick. He's trying to put it on his chest of his teammate. He couldn't do that. District's defence again, fairly staunch. Trying to pick the ball up. Picking the ball up there was Putamiti. He kicks the ball forward. And another hack kick out, bouncing in towards the goal square. And the ball's rushed through for a behind. So quick play on by Districts. Motlop, Stephen. Chips out wide. He's got a runner. Mark is taken there by Burgess. He's been told to play on. Finds a short. And they go sidewards again.
They're definitely playing for the siren now, aren't they?
Yeah. They're just filling space, Tiwi. They're not really man for man. So Stanley goes backwards. This is Burgess again. Goes long down the line. Lockyer can't take the mark. Narkle at the bottom of the pack. A little quick hand. Ball finishes up with Ashton Hams on the siren. And that's quarter time here at Norbuilt over. 4-2-26 to 1-1-7. Danksy, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think Southern Districts are just playing at the pace they need to play at the moment. We're going to have to start spreading this ball around. But you're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. We're back shortly here at Norbuilt with the second quarter.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the win, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this team. This is my city, yeah, this is my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch.
Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring him up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it back.
Top-end footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top-end footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to AFLNT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 18 clash here from Norbuilt Oval. Southern Districts versus the Tiwi Bombers. I'm Nick Danks, my commentary partner this afternoon, Paul Mayer. And Paul, Southern Districts just basically taking their time, and they need to, because a win today will lock them up in minor premiership.
Well, it is, Danks. They're just playing possession footy, which is a little bit bruise-free at the same time. They're just possession footy. They just hold it. They just wait for an opportunity, and they just chip it around. Some of them weren't probably even the minimum distance, but they kept chipping it around, and virtually all they were doing is dragging Tiwi players to the footy, and it created overlap.
11 inside 50s to 6 in favour of Southern Districts, and 2 of those 6 were 50-metre penalties.
Blackley Noda and Ryan. Blackley Noda gets the ball out. Narkle can't get a clearance. Anderson on his knees. Ryan effecting a tackle. Umpire says, I'll re-throw that up. Virtually the same spot, 3 or 4 metres to the bottom side. Ryan gets a tap. Goes straight to Johnson. A little dinky kick heading towards District's forward line. Collected and tackled. And the umpire said, I will have that again. Ashton Hams replacing the divot.
There was a score correction at quarter time. It's 4-2-26 to 1-2-8. Picked up a late point there by the Bombers.
Blackley Noda gets a tap clearance from Tiwi, but it's only as far as Bidmade. He gets a 1 and 2 and a little dinky right foot inside out. He's looked for Farah. He's picked it up, gets a handball over the top. The tap on. Shannon, Johnson, Narkle, long bomb. That'll do. What a goal. Pretty easy. A couple of taps there forward to get the ball out of the contest. And the dynamic duo, Narkle and Johnson, have been able to create an opportunity, and Narkle with a long bomb.
Yeah, Narkle's having a good game out there today. Don't forget, tickets are now available through Ticketmaster for the 2 AFL matches. 20 days to go until the start of the season. At TIO Stadium, they'll begin with the Gold Coast Suns taking on St Kilda on Saturday the 9th of May, followed by the game I'm looking forward to, Suns versus Port Adelaide on Friday the 15th of May. Tickets available now for the AFL games in at Darwin, but we're here at Norbuilt for Southern Districts and the Bombers. 5-2-32 to 1-2-8.
Blackley Noda, Ryan just stands his ground. Ryan gets the tap. Lockie can't pick it up, but Narkle can. Back to Johnson, left foot, pushes forward, and the mark is there, taken. Southern Districts inside 50 by Dylan Berry. He goes long. Mark is taken in defence by Tiwi. And that's taken by Chip and Wanna Tumeri. Probably got that wrong. Short kick. Brown. Not really sure which way to go. He goes short. Takes the option. Half-back flank.
Yeah, the umpire's still in a play on, but they don't look like they know what they're doing here, the Bombers, at the moment. They're just getting stuck out on that wing.
Long down the line. Ball falls out over the back. It's all Districts. Tapping the ball forward. Motlop picks it up. Turns. Gets a kick out. Districts again. Short chip and change. Shannon. He goes long. In the direction of the tall forwards for Districts, Farah and Schwartz. Nobody can get it. It's a foot race. So the ball's coming out now. It's outside 50. Schwartz back onto it. So he's chased the ball all the way outside 50. He's trying to push it back down forward. And he was looking for Farah, but he's out found on the outside. He has found one of the Farahs because they're both out there today. And that's Will.
Yeah, you could nearly think he was having a shot at goal there, but he's just pushed it to the left.
He's got a fairly deliberate action in here on this one. Crouched over the footy. Is he going to put a bit of Stevie J curve on it? No, he's decided to go back inside. And there's a block there. Blackley Noda made the effort, got his hand on the ball. Ball comes out, then it's a throw. A little bit thinking about what he was trying to do before he did it. Mitchell Bidmade is the recipient of the free kick. They go backwards. Geordie Johnson. He's got nobody within about 15 metres. He decides to play on. Goes to the top of the square. He's looking for Farah. Can't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Farah tries to have a kick. The ball off the ground is picked up by Matty Shannon, but he's missed.
Yeah, and an opportunity there to put that one through. It just a bit messy up forward line there for the Crocs.
Braden McLean, he's gone to a 2-on-1. Blackley Noda unable to take the ball. Bidmade picks up. Short, dinky little left footer. Schwartz takes the mark. McLean's right on him. McLean affects the tackle. Schwartz falls to the ground. They know that neither of them have the footy. The ball is picked up there by Dunn. No, it's not Dunn. It's Bedford. And the umpire comes in and says, I'll throw it up. Blackley Noda. Ryan gets a little dinky tap. Goes to Anderson. Goes straight up in the air. Ball finishes up with Tiwi as they come out of defence through McLean. He's gone wide. Steele affects the spunner. Geordie Johnson was on the recipient of Big Jack Steele. Ball goes out of bounds. Centre wing, out of side.
5 inside 50 to 0 in this quarter so far. And I think Tiwi's been past the halfway line, and we've gone 5 and a bit minutes of the second quarter.
Ryan gets the tap. Shannon got it, tackle. Jonathan Ross, not sure what to do. Walks inside out. Ball comes out. It's picked up there by Burgess. He goes short. Mark is taken. Rusker, he goes inside to centre half forward. Beautifully delivered, but errant. Narkle runs onto it. He's got to pick up. Steadies. Outside of the boot. And is missed. And all you can see now is three Tiwi blokes with their hands on their hips where the ball was out of bounds when Jonathan Ross had it, but the ball is in the hands of their full back. That's how quickly Districts have been able to move the footy. Hams takes off, grandstand side. Left foot goes short. Finds a teammate. Brown pushes the ball forward. Bidmate is in the road though. He goes short. Mark is taken by Anderson. Well, it's that 50 metres. It is 50 metres against the man on the mark by the looks of it. The non-controlling umpires came in and paid that one. Made a good in the protected area, Danksy, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's the first 50-metre penalty Tumbin Districts have got for the day. The Tiwi Bombers have picked up a couple and got one goal pretty much like this from that end, and it's the only goal they've got for the game was from that 50-metre penalty earlier in it.
Mark Jed Anderson down for 3. After this, straight in front, 0 metres, that'll do. So, Districts put on their 6th, and Jed Anderson has picked up 3.
So from what I've seen at the moment, St Mary's focus now has turned away from this game and now be watching the Pint Nightcliff game this afternoon at 4 o'clock to decide who they're going to play in the qualifying final. After last night, St Mary's defeated Palmerston by 74 points. Regular season ends tonight, 6:30 at Gardens Oval with Waratah and Darwin Buffaloes.
I reckon that'll be a cracker. The last time Pint and Nightcliff played at Nightcliff was a draw.
Yeah, 71 points apiece, and of course this one will decide which one gets a qualifying final and which one gets an elimination final.
Could it be the difference between Friday night and Saturday night, Danksy?
Pretty much.
Back in the middle, Blackley Noda and Ryan, but there's been an 666 infringement, we're thinking. It's no centre square infringement. Here's a free kick to Tiwi.
You have to go inside 50 for the quarter, Tiwi.
That's a long kick. It is kicked it straight down the throat of Stephen Motlop, not Shannon. He goes across inside 50. That's a dangerous kick. The mark dropped there by Matty Shannon. Tiwi have jumped on the ball. All they can hope for here is a stoppage, and that's exactly what they've got. Caswell affected that tackle, but Matty Shannon, you don't see that happen very often, do you?
Yeah, he just took his eyes off for a second to see where the next ball went, and he just didn't get control of it.
Ryan gets the ball down, picked up there. Stanley can't get the ball out, finishes up on the backside of the defensive line for Tiwi. The ball goes forward, but to no avail. Lake cleans up. He's got Ross on the outside wing, plays on. He's got another loose on centre wing exactly. This is Bidmate. He's having a bit of a purple patch, about 5 or 6 possessions in the last couple of minutes. Quentin Narkle pushes forward and finds himself loose. Jonathan Ross has run off centre wing. He's going to have a shot from goal from about 48 metres, and it's gone straight through the middle. Districts are on again.
Yeah, that was a set move as well. Narkle took that mark, and you could see straight away he was waiting for Ross to come past, and Ross just a big smile on the face as he's put that one through. And it's 7-4-46 to 1-2-8. And Tiwi Bombers going to get going in the next couple of minutes, or their season could be over, or will be over.
Sam Caswell, a massive effort there to create the stoppage at centre half forward, which was an inside 50 virtually for Tiwi, and they've let the ball out, and it's gone from coast to coast, virtually without Tiwi touching it, Danksy, for another goal.
Yeah, it did. That was the only time they've been inside 50 for the quarter as well, and it went straight to a defender. And as you said, 4 kicks later, Narkle's handballing it off for a goal.
And that's probably the second time they've done that as well, because the last time the ball went through for a behind with Tiwi in the first quarter, they did the same thing. So there's a change in the ruck. Looks like Lockyer had to take the tap out there. Ryan, he got the kick. That's Shannon drives the ball forward. It's a one-on-one contest. Tiwi dropped the mark. Ball comes back out again. A series of handballs. The ball comes back again. Probably a little bit too flashy than Districts. They had some options. Farrow and Ashton Hams are the two that climb off the bottom of the pack. Ryan and Lockyer. I think Lockyer might have actually got that one. Ball comes out. It's a snapshot from goal by Matty Johnson. Touched on the line by Kurt Dunn, who's been busy today. And he'll take the kick out. He goes short. He's found Rioli Vigona. The ball comes out to Scrivello. He's got a runner. They're on centre wing now. They push forward to a one-on-one. Steele got front spot. He pushes on with the ball. He gets tackled. The ball falls out over the boundary line. The umpire says, throw that one in.
Well, could have been lucky that he could have been holding the ball pretty easy. Probably would have been if it hadn't fallen over the boundary line.
Connor Giddings, probably one of the best defenders in the competition as well. He wrapped up. It's a big job on Jack Steele today. Lockyer over the top. He's trying to use his athleticism. The ball comes back out here to Coleman. He bombs forward to try and find the ball inside 50. It's a competition. The ball rolls over the boundary line in front of Michael Thompson. Scotty Bedford trying to claim it fell off his foot. Not off Bedford's foot, off a District's foot. And a throw in. Just outside Tiwi's forward 50. Ryan, tap down. Too easy, Districts. They've got numbers behind the footy. It's an old 1-2. Ashton Hams pushes back. Takes the back spot behind Hosea Farah. He goes short. We just spoke about Kurt Dunn. He took a kick out not long ago. It's a chip and chase again. Braden McLean right in front of the camera here. He's got a short. He's got a couple. There's plenty of red jumpers out there, Danksy.
Yeah, there's a couple over the back if you can get the distance. That ball's going to be heavy, though, because the ground's pretty solid.
It was a fairly hopeful kick. There's plenty of Districts players there. Picked the ball up there with Scotty Bedford. But the boundary umpire is going to have something to say about that.
Yeah, he just stepped over when he went to take the kick there. And boundary umpire, fair way round, but definitely stepped over.
They've got to set up here. They've got to virtually go one-on-one. Because the on-ball brigade of Districts who are setting up behind the footy here have just got everything set up. Narkle's virtually standing there by himself, dancing now. He's probably the best player in the competition so far this year. Although he has got Scotty Bedford standing beside him, so let's see what happens here. Narkle gets a little bit of a push from Lockyer. The ball comes out. There's Narkle. Ball goes back to Ross. It's a bit of a dump kick there from Motlop. No mark taken. Big mate had front spot. Willie Rioli, Vigona Rioli. Beautiful touch. And a short kick has found, I think it's Cantilla.
First opportunity for a shot.
Michael Thompson, sorry,
Michael Thompson. Yeah, it's the first opportunity Bombers have had this quarter. And we've been playing nearly 14 minutes.
He's backing himself in here. Probably kicking from 47. It's fairly deliberate. Touched. I think. Gone through for a point anyway.
Yeah, it was going to happen from that distance. He just pushed it to the left.
It's been a bit of a hoodoo win. There's not too many goals being kicked down that end of the ground so far, is there? From a distance. Motlop plays on. Pushes the ball grandstand side. Out the back for Districts, taking off his Burgess. He kicks long towards their half-forward flank. It's a 2-on-1. It's a foot race. The ball comes off the boot of Jake Twycross, who's been very quiet today, and they've paid last contact or deliberate or something, which is all going to change next year anyway. Southern Districts. And you can bring your RTV to the footy. How good's that? Shorts. Jed Anderson is taking the mark inside 50, and he's going to line up for goal number 4. On the right side for a left footer. On the correct side for a left footer. He's doing the Stevie. He's going the hook kick, the Stevie J. Ashton Ham's trying to make it as difficult for him as possible. He tries to kick that one round the corner. Goal umpire doesn't move. So that's a sensational goal from Jed Anderson. That's his 4th for the first half.
Yeah, the last time these two sides went was back in round 12, and Southern Districts came from behind in the final quarter, kicked 4 goals 6 to 3 points to come away with a 24-point win. But I just don't see Tiwi going to have to do something a bit different now today, and it's just all at the moment, all Southern Districts.
It's a long way to come back. 44 points as we're nearing the 16-minute mark of this second quarter.
Yeah, 1 goal on the board they've got so far versus 8, of course.
A little bit of deathly silence going around Norbuilt Oval. Crowd stayed away due to the inclement weather.
It's not raining at the moment, which is good.
Blackley noted back in the ruck. Ryan jumps up against nothing. Narkle gets a handball out. Motlop comes off the flank. Pushes the ball out to Taj Stanley. He goes inside out, goes back to Stephen Motlop. He's tackled there by Bedford. It's a 2-on-1. Bedford brings the ball out. It's picked up and handball to Caswell, who can't get a hold of it. Fagona Rioli takes the kick. He's trying to put it in the hands of his forwards. They can't take the mark. It's picked up there by Tupulura. He can't get rid of it either. Bidmaid's on the case. There's a massive Southern District's defensive line in there, and the ball's kicked off the ground. It comes out there towards Narkle and Twycross. They can't take it. Steele gets it. He gets the handball out. It goes out to Caswell. He turns. He kicks it back in towards the hot spot. The ball's dropped there by Southern Districts. They're trying to bring the ball out. There's another hack kick out of defence, but it's all Tiwi here. No, it's taken by Districts as the ball comes back out again here, and it's taken by Barnard, who gets the clearance out in front of the Tiwi coach's box, and the mark is taken by Farah, who's worked his way all the way down from the forwards into half-back flank to get a kick. He puts a long bomb in down towards centre wing. No mark is taken. Hams gets the ball. He handballs out to not much. The ball is picked up there by Bedford, and it's a holding the ball, and the free kick will go to Farah. He goes short. He's got a runner on the outside. They kick the clearance again. They go long in towards centre half forward, and this is Stanley who picks the ball up and kicks the goal. So coast to coast again, virtually. They had the ball out on the other half-back flank in front of the Tiwi coaches' boxes about 30 seconds ago, Danksy. And Bruce free footy again without a touch on Tiwi. The ball's gone all the way into the forward line.
I was watching Ryan's that whole passage of play there. He's not had a single person come near him. He's a bit of a hard guy to miss, and he was just jogging through the middle there. So I don't think if that ball had come back across the top of the square, he was on his own, and still didn't have anyone on him for a good 3 or 4 minutes there.
It's always the big blokes that are the ones that you underestimate, Danksy, isn't it?
Yeah, he's wandering around a 50-point margin now.
Just looking at their starting for Narkle, Anderson, Ryan and Shannon, a Bidmaid. The ball comes out. Hack kick by Tiwi. Ball rolls Stephen Motlop's way. He kicks the ball off the ground. He goes backwards. The ball is picked up there by Johnson to Narkle. He gets a give and go. He's going to probably get this one back again. He plays his cards right. He does. Bidmaid gets it back to him. And the ball he places out in front of, to the chest of, Dylan Berry. He goes short. He's looking for Anderson. Picks up. Left hand ball. Barry picks it up again. He goes towards centre half forward, and he's hit on the chest. The mark is there taken by Matty Johnson. Oh, sorry, Jalen Clark.
Yeah, some hands on hips and heads all around the ground now from the Bombers. This could get really nasty in the second half.
We spoke about Bruce footy. I'm not really sure that that's the way that Tiwi wanted to play it, but it's just the way that Districts are just continuously moving. The old don't stand still program. I'm sure that Shannon is telling them. Jalen Clark goes far left. Has missed everything. Ashton Hams take the free kick. Back pocket. Southern end. Not a great deal of movement. Double fist by Johnson. Out of bounds. The wind has come out of Tiwi sails here. Danksy, there's not a great deal of talk. There's a lot of hands on hips.
Yeah, pretty quiet around here. Usually the Bombers are a bit vocal and they do throw the weight around for the small guys, but today So as you said, Southern Districts just stayed out of their road and just as the rain comes back here at Norbuilt Oval.
Ryan Anderson, Blackley Noda affects the tackle. A fresh airy by Lockyer. Goes back and gets it again, goes back to Blackley Noda, gets the handball out while he's tackled. The ball falls out. Jonathan Ross, he goes backwards again. Burgess, the long bomb. Who's he looking for? There's big hands up there, picked up by Narkle, who's kicked the bladder out of the football as he goes long, and it's gone out of bounds on the full.
Having a great game today, Narkle. It's probably the best game I've seen him play.
Be a smoky for the Nichols, you reckon, Danksy?
He's had a good... It's been a couple of games I've seen. I thought he probably could have done a bit more, but today certainly can't pick on him what he's done today to this game. He's been everywhere, and he's certainly having a red-hot go.
A couple of games I've seen, he's been all over it. He gets a lot of possessions. He finds himself loose. Districts take the clearance again. Ball goes forward. Mark is taken there by Rusker, and he's turned his back on the goals as well.
That's 15 inside 50s to 4 this quarter. So it makes it 26 to 11 for the game.
Stephen Motlop on the outside looking for a give and go. Pleading for it. It's fairly deliberate. Kick. It's gone to the far side. So there are plenty of shots to goal, but Tiwi are kicking it straight back to him, Danksy. They're not holding on to possession. Blackley Noda. It's a massive roll today against Ryan. Dodges, gets a handball out. Scavillo can't hang on to it. It is a little bit slippery. It's fallen back into the hands of Districts now as Ryan gets, Narkle gets front on and gets the free kick. He's going to be pretty quickly to get rid of this one, although he's turned his back on it. Is he looking for a runner? He's backed himself in. Stephen now makes space. Motlop. And he's taken the mark. He's still inside 50. He plays on, trying to use the umpire as a shield. Kicks long. The ball's gone in towards that forward pocket region. Farah can't take the mark, and the ball goes out of bounds for a throw-in.
I'm going to chat to the umpire there, saying what's going on.
There's a conference here. Leave the ball there.
Just drop it on the floor and walk away.
Wish we had them mic'd up to know what they were saying. How long do you reckon this rain's going to last? Not sure. It rains every time we come out here. Well, good decision. Throw in, as we suggested.
Won't be much more of this with...
Well, I was just about to say that, actually. They don't want to give away another goal here in junk time. Ryan gets his hand on it. Nobody can really pick it up. There's a hack kick out by Tiwi. The only place it goes, though, is straight to Giddings. He's trying to get a handball off. Too much pressure from Tiwi. They try to bring the ball out now, but they've gone short. They probably should have bombed long. Lake pushes the ball forward. Cantilla dives on it. Bidmaid was there as well, ready to scoop it up, but Braden McLean is the one on the ground who had that last touch. It's half-time here at Norbuilt Oval out at Southern Districts on a Saturday afternoon with a bit of drizzling rain. Good weather for pies. 9660 to 139, Danksy.
Yeah, 51-point margin going into half-time. The 18 points up Southern District were at quarter-time. This could get nasty in the second half, but you're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. We'll be back shortly with the second half.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Azalea's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch.
Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to AFLNT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 18 clash here from Norbuilt Oval. We've got Southern Districts comfortably leading the Tiwi Bombers at the moment. Southern Districts win tonight. They'll end up this afternoon. They'll end up as minor premiers. They'll get the week off. And if the Tiwi Bombers needed to win and hope Waratah get defeated for later on today for them to play finals. But this looks a long way off. I had a quick look in the break. In the last 5 weeks, Southern Districts had 5-6-0-0 and 1 goal kicked against them. My name is Nick Danks. My commentary partner this afternoon is Paul. And what can the Bombers do?
Well, 4 goals in the first quarter to Districts, who did it pretty easy. 5 in the second. And the only goal Braden McLean kicked for Tiwi was a 50-metre penalty. So they can't buy a goal at the moment, Tiwi. The midfield of Districts are virtually doing what they can when they want to. Quentin Narkle and his mates are just virtually wandering around Norbuilt Oval unmarked. What can Tiwi do? Well, they need to do something. They haven't done a great deal so far. Blackley Note has gone back. Who they're going to put into the ruck at the moment is a bit of an unknown. Is that they're going to try and have a crack here as to try and restore some pride, Tiwi, and contemplate, is their life in the next half a game for them to be available to play next week?
Other games, it's round 18. Last night, St Mary's had a 74-point win over Palmerston. Later on today at DXC Arena, the game of the round, Pint and the Tigers, and the regular season ends 6:30 Gardens Oval, Waratah and Darwin Buffaloes are back underway.
So Carson Cantilla's gone into the ruck there for Tiwi. As Tiwi get the clearance out now, the ball's cleared there by Brown. Goes sideways, only into the defensive structure of Districts, and the ball comes out to Anderson. And that was Burgess that had it. Anderson goes short to Farah. Right foot, pushes the ball up towards the 50-metre mark. Virtually unattended is big Wyatt Ryan. He puts one up into the sky under Bidmaid. Nobody can take the mark. There was a defensive spoil there from Tiwi. McLean gets the ball here, handballs. Oh, no, the ball goes to McLean. There's a rush kick out there from Tiwi out of their defensive line. Mark is taken, centre half back. And that's taken there by Bedford. He goes inside. That's Cantilla. Takes the ball, he pushes the ball forward. They've got a runner here, Tiwi, and that's Munkara, who kicks the ball over the top, and the ball has been taken. A mark has been taken there by Willie Rioli Vergona. No, it's not him, sorry. As he tips back. This is taken here now by Caswell, who dodges and balks and kicks the ball straight over the goal umpire's head. So Tiwi have got the first one in the first minute and 20 seconds of the third quarter to put some respectability back into that scoreboard. Even though it is 45 points, all they have to do for the next 20 minutes of this quarter is try and reduce that deficit, Danksy.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said earlier on in the commentary in the first quarter, the best way Tiwi can play is that running style game, which they just did then. And if they do that with Southern Districts this comfortably in front, they might actually pinch a few on the board and put a bit of excitement into the day.
Well, Carson Cantilla going into the ruck is giving him a bit more of an agile player, although Tanner Blackley Noda, he battled hard against Wyatt Ryan, but he probably wasn't getting enough of the ball around the ground. And now they've gone for the big guns in the centre now. Tiwi to try and win something out of here. Cantilla plays the waiting game. Handball comes back over the top. Lockyer picks it up. Can't get a disposal through as the ball's fumbling its way back out of the centre square. Bidmate comes out of it without it. Narkle gets a hand on it. The ball goes out. The tackle is laid by Shannon. And the last two to get up. Throw the ball back to the umpire, who's counting players for some reason. And we'll ball it up. True centre half forward. Ryan, one hand, gets a tap down. He was looking for Shannon, can't find him. A rush kick out. Cantilla takes an intercept mark and bombs it back in, but only to take the mark, Stephen Motlop. Points to the grass. That means hold. Sideways. Jonathan Ross is on the outer wing. He's going to have a runner if he wants him. He's continuing, but he's not going to. Maybe he is. Chips forward. Running into the spot is Rusker. Once again, they're just assessing it. Play on's the call. He goes short, kicks it straight to Lockyer. He'll play on. He doesn't have a great deal to kick it to. He takes a bounce on the soft turf. He kicks it in towards centre half forward where it's a 1-on-4 virtually for Tiwi. Picked up, kicked around the corner is Munkara as he goes forward. The ball's kicked off the ground there by Districts as they bring the ball back out of half-back flank through a series of kicks and handballs. Jonathan Ross to Stephen Motlop up on centre wing, and they're nearly inside 50. He plays a little bit of coy with the footy, and he kicks it to a 3-on-1. Narkle nearly outmarks. McLean picks up, goes sideways. Mark taken. Half-back flank is taken by Twycross. He heads towards centre wing. Rioli Vigona Rioli, whichever way you want to call it. He goes long into forward 50. Can't find anybody directly. Coming out for the ball, a quick handball, which misses Thompson. Districts settle. Ryan, Lockyer, Ryan takes the mark. He gets a handball out to Stephen Motlop. He's putting it out in front of here, Schwartz. Turns it inside out. It wasn't Schwartz. It was Berry. Goes back inside. It's a 1-on-1, 3-on-1 competition. McLean. Ball comes out. Munkara goes long. It's a 1-on-1 or 2-on-1. It's a foot race. The Tiwi player's got two opposition to deal with. This ball is picked up there and disposed of illegally, I think, by Lake. But they settle again. Districts have got plenty of numbers behind the ball. Ryan picks it up. He goes backwards to Ross, a little bit too far. He comes inside. He goes back to the other side of the ground. Coach's box side. This could be dangerous. It's a 2-on-1 now. Tiwi. They're picking the ball up is Thompson. He can't get it though. Turned over again. Districts. This is Stanley. Takes the mark out of half-back flank. He'll go short. Breaks the tackle. Play on. He's got plenty of time. He's up in towards centre wing now. Intercept mark. Taken by Rioli Vigona. He goes short. Found a teammate out of side. Chip and chase again. Ball's on the outer boundary line. See where players pushed over, but the ball's gone out of bounds. Bedford will be a throw-in. Bedford and Lake. Lake's got up a little bit ginger. He's got long levers, Lake, though, hasn't he?
Ground's pretty soft over there. It was full of water for a game on Sunday night here, a women's game. You've seen a couple of players slip over there.
Ball in. Cantilla is out the back. Narkle gets a quick hands. This is Rioli. He was turning inside out. Tries to put it back into the hot spot. There's a push out there. No free kick paid. Steele can't get rid of it. He dives on it. He gets back up again. That's Brown. Ball comes out to Motlop. Dodges and weaves. He's trying to run onto his right. Swings the ball back around through the centre of the ground. No mark taken. Clark can't pick it up. Cantilla does. Gets tackled. Ball falls out. Dropping the ball. Play on's the call. A quick kick by Districts. They've gone inside 50. Farah over the back. Gets a tap on it. Can't pick it up. Kicks it off the ground. He's got a player forward, which is Berry. He's trying to pick it up. He gets tackled. The ball falls out again. It's out on the boundary line. Farah gets virtually pushed over. The umpire's right there, Jacob Port. He doesn't say that there's anything wrong with that. There's the stacks on the mill. Farah picks the ball up again. Kicks it high in the air. There's a couple of options there and a punch through for a behind. Some hard work there by Tiwi and made it difficult by Southern District's efforts to try and get the ball through the goals. Hams.
4-on-1 here at the moment for him. He's got to pick any one of those out.
Lockyer. He's got an option down forward. Is the ball going to go over the boundary line and beat him? He keeps it in. Great play there by Munkara. Plays on. He kicks to centre it to a 1-on-1. Free kick there to Brown, front on contact. He's kicking the ball into space. And the mark is there taken by Tip and Woody. He goes short to a lead. Bidmade chops the ball off. The ball's gone out towards Farah. He gets a quick handball back to Bidmade. He gets a rush kick out to Narkle, standing on there on that half-back flank. He's got the ball on a string today. He gives the old 1-2. The ball comes back over to Narkle. Gives the old dusty fend off. Then he gets tackled. Still be able to get the ball forward. The ball finishes up in the hands of Matty Johnson as he goes inside 50. A bit of an errant kick. And it looks as though the ball's going to wander over towards the boundary line. Farah picks it up and gets dumped after he kicks it. It's a sky ball, and the mark is taken inside 50 by Matty Johnson. He's got a runner in Jed Anderson coming in behind. He runs onto his left boot. That's not what he wants to do. He goes long and he kicks it to the far side for a point.
No, he's got that one. It's just snuck
That's
that
a goal. Wow. Sorry.
The goal umpire went the other way, and it looked
I think
like
everybody else thought it was a point as well.
Yeah, the goal umpire sort of went right up against the post, and I thought, okay, that's gone the other side. So, but it has come round, and there's the first one on the board.
Well, there's no fanfare here from the Southern Districts players at all. They're just I won't say it's become a training run, but I just did. So there was no fanfare there, and my mistake saw that was a point, which is not good for me for finals time coming up.
And talking of that, tickets are now available via Ticketmaster for the 2 AFL matches here in Darwin at TIO Stadium, beginning with the Gold Coast Suns taking on St Kilda on Saturday the 9th of May, followed by the Suns taking on Port Adelaide on Friday the 15th of May. Tickets now available for the 2 AFL games in Darwin.
It'll be an interesting night with those Port Adelaide supporters.
Yeah, I'll try and be in my best behaviour.
I can't sit with you there. $10-7, 67, 2-3, 15. We're about 10 minutes in, third quarter. Ryan. He's got Steele in the ruck now. Narkle. He's got it on a string. Dodges, weaves, right foot, 45-metre kick. He's looking for Farah. Hands are up. The bloke at the bottom of the pack is Berry, and he's been doing that nearly all day. Gets a kick off the ground, which has rolled forward and just missed the goals.
Got 2 Tiwi players on the ground here. One of them's grabbed his leg, and the other one's at the top of his head. I think they've just crashed as they've come through.
That's Nigel Lockyer is one of them. And the orange boots, they're just trying to work out. Lockyer's up.
I think it was a head. He's got him.
Blackley Noda.
Cracked him on the head with his shin.
And the other player's up. I think it might be Michael Thompson.
Yeah, limping off though, so.
Kurt Dunn.
Blackley Noda's. He's turned around and
they're
come
both
back.
okay.
Yeah, he's turned around and come back. It was a
bit of magic spray.
Yeah. Cold water on it. Let's get on with it.
So McLean's got the ball now. He's decided that he's going to put it back down again. While we're waiting for an injured player to walk off the ground. Never used to happen in my day. Here, if you had an injured player walking off, you were one down. Look, he hasn't even walked off now. He's all right. Which way's he going to go, McLean? He's going to go down the middle. He's kicked it straight to Ryan. He's got Steele behind him. Gets 2 grabs on it. Paid the mark. Interesting. Goes short. Thompson. It's been good today. Will he go back inside? Is he going to go long down the line? No, he goes short. Lockyer, good hands. Had a couple of years on and off with Saints as a fly-in a couple of years ago. Caswell. McLean. Nice kick. He's found a player out in the half-forward flank who dropped the footy. And now it's a turnover. Clark. It's a chip around the corner, but gets it straight back to Caswell. Can he make amends on this one? Goes out, grandstand side. Mark taken and play on. What Chipper Woonamiri. He goes forward, ball rolls out of bounds. Coach's boxes, Tiwi end. They've been competitive, Danksy, this quarter.
Yeah, certainly come out. This one was 51 points at half time, and they've held this one back now. It's 53. Just waiting for a point to be added onto the.
He's going to get a few little wins. Steele's gone into the ruck now. Ball comes out the back. Tiwi. Push forward. It's just a hack kick, though. It's really gone nowhere. Ball's going to work its way out to the boundary line. Stephen Motlop's done that. He's got 8 Tiwi blokes got their hands out saying that's got to be deliberate. Not against Stephen Motlop.
Again, all pushed to that side of the ground. They're not really using the width of this ground very well. And Tiwi started off running really well, as you said earlier in the quarter, but it's sort of locked up now.
So boundary throw in. About 60 metres around. Nobody can really get the ball out. Comes out. Shannon gets a quick hand. Johnson. Narkle drops it. Ball's gone out of bounds. Geez, I don't see him do that very often, do you?
No, I'll let him get away with that one today.
I think he's averaged one a game. One clanger a game.
Yeah. It's a good place to make it out there, though, by yourself.
The same two, Steele and Ryan. Ryan taps forward. Ball comes out, taken by Stanley. Chip and chase out. That's in the back, free kick. It's Caswell. He's been all right too, Danksy. He's tried hard. You don't get a medal for trying hard, do you?
There's been a couple of guys out there for Tiwi that would be happy with their game today, but they just can't break through. But then again, Southern Districts have only been beaten twice this season, once by the Tigers and once by St Mary's.
Hams back to back. This is Caswell. Goes again, long bomb. He's looking for Munkari, can't find him. Big smash defensively, bid made. Ball comes out, Stanley can't get rid of it. Giddings tackles. Tip and Wendamari. He's going to get a free kick, I think, here, holding the man, or is it a throw up? There's a Tiwi player down. He doesn't look very comfortable, does he? We're going to have to stop playing now because he's right in the middle of where they want to throw the ball up.
Yeah, he's going to wait this one. So as we stand right now, Southern District's going to get the week off as minor premiers next week. If Pint win this afternoon, the qualifying final will be St Mary's and Pint, and the elimination final will be Nightcliff and Waratah. And if Nightcliff defeat Pint this afternoon, the qualifying final will be St Mary's and the Tigers, and the elimination final will be Pint and Waratah. So tonight, I suppose we'll ask this question while we're waiting for this one. Who do you fancy tonight at DXC with Pint and the Tigers?
Well, I was in the crowd the last time they played, and it was Pint all night. Nightcliff came back, Pint came back. It was like seesaw, and it was an errant shot for goal, I think, in the last minute of the game that drew it for them. So they had the opportunity, Nightcliff, to win that one.
Yep.
But I think they probably got away with the draw that night, and I think that Pint would have been a little bit disappointed about losing about the draw. So Nightcliff were probably happy with it, where I think the other way around. So Nightcliff have just been a little bit. Their team changes massively week in, week out. Pint at the moment are looking fairly standard, fairly. Across the board, they're looking okay. They've got the same blokes in and out at the moment, so they're pretty good. They've got a little bit of depth back in their twos, as do Nightcliff. But I'm not. Lee Grossman's got a lot of experience. Finals time, he's been up there for the last couple of years. I'm thinking they're probably going to be the better team. How Pint work that out tonight is yet to be seen. As Districts go from one side of the ground to the other and then put it into the bushes.
And to show you how close this game is tonight, they come in even on points this season, and last week they both had a win by 147 points. Tigers defeated Wanderers and Pint defeated the Darwin Buffaloes. So a big game there at DXC Arena later on this afternoon.
Well, they're both form sides then, aren't they? Coleman takes the kick in from the out on the full. Caswell, he's had a lot of touches, bombs it in forward. Mark is taken, sells a bit of Ken. He doesn't have the football. It's holding the ball. It was great work there, great tackle there from Benny Barnard. Could have been turned inside out. He goes backwards.
Yeah, 8 inside 50s to 6 this quarter in favour of the Tiwi Bombers.
50-metre penalty for Connie Giddings. I think that was... Thompson might have stepped over, half a step too far. Jacob Port is onto that one. He's got finals coming up too. Jacob Port, these umpire boys, they need to be wary about their decisions that they're making. Lake to Motlop. Not really sure which way to go, as Stephen usually gets it. Shimmies the ball around a little bit. He's trying to look for Barry, but he couldn't find him.
Yeah, tried to fool the umpire then for a play on, but he's lucky he didn't get called to play on, let alone not get the 50.
McLean to Rioli. He's got Lockyer longer. He decides that's where he's going to go. He's got Steele coming in around the back. But Lake gets the double fist on him. He probably could have taken the mark. He sees it over the boundary line for another throw in. Centre wing, out of side here at Norbuilt.
Yeah, Southern District's leading by 18 points at quarter time, 51 points at half time, and 53 points at the moment. So Tiwi have stayed with them in this quarter. It could have got blown out really easily.
Ball in, Ryan and Steele. Bid made. Handball goes out. That's a chip from Ross. Narkle in front of McLean. Short. Ross gets a run on. Goes forwards. It's 2 Tiwi players back there, and Kurt Dunn takes the mark. Hams is spread. He's going that way. He's got Farah chasing him. The ball is bouncing. There could be an issue. He comes back, turns around, right foot. Blackley Noda, centre half back, takes the mark. They're still trying to get it out of their D50 here, Tiwi. Inside the middle. Bedford. This is where they break down, Danksy, isn't it? They're not really sure where to go. They should be moving it a lot quicker from that point to get it into the forward line, because all districts are doing is defending like that, and they push numbers back behind the ball and they kill it. They set up a stoppage and off they'll go again.
Yeah, you think in the off-season the Bombers going to try and find themselves a full forward or a centre-half forward or something just there, because that's what they're missing. They're missing that target that they can just keep going from the next one along, and at the moment, as you said, it's just like hitting a wall and it's coming straight back at them.
Well, no Anthony Munkara. He was the key forward early on for them. They lost those couple of boys to Central District's brothers that were playing for them as well. They lost those guys probably after the Sandful cut-off, which is usually either just before or just after Christmas. As Districts bring the ball forward, they go inside 50, the ball goes out of bounds. Farah and Bedford see the ball over the line. So they've had some numbers, they've had some players early on. They got some wins on the board, but as soon as they lost those guys, they lost a little bit of depth. They lost some A-graders and they couldn't quite replace them, Danksy, could they?
That's right, but they've had some good runs this season. I watched them against Nightcliff. They got 7 goals really quickly that day, but then, of course, dropped off and the Tigers came back over the top. And I said against the top five sides, they've only had 1 win.
Narkle to Johnson. He goes backwards. Clark, tackled, tries to get the ball on his boot. He can't, though. Munkara breaks away, gets a kick forward, but it's all Districts. Handball comes backwards again to Bowden. Johnson takes the mark, puts his hand up. Oh, wait. Chips. Into the centre. Goes back to Clark. Ball finishes up with Stanley on the wing. Lockyer pushes back off the mark to try and fill some space. Ball hits Farah at about 65 metres out. Farah, top of the square. He's got Ryan, can't take the mark. Picked up by Schwartz. He's kicked it onto his left. And I think that is a relay free kick and goal. So I think Ryan drew the high contact, but he brought the ball to ground and front and centre, Bo Schwartz. That was fantastic, Danksy.
Yeah, I think Bo Schwartz now going to lock up the league's leading goal scorer for the season. He came in today with 38. He's kicked a couple, so 40 today, 40 on the board. He got 7 last week against the Magpies, 7 the week before against Wanderers, and 5 against the Buffs in the last 4 weeks.
So is that a pretty good? Is that some purple? That's what's that, 18 in the last 4 or 5 weeks. So
yeah,
it's been a bit of a purple patch. As Districts now extend that lead, we're at 59 points. 11-8-74 to 2-3-15, and we've just gone 22 minutes. So if we get we're not going to get much play out of this set of bounce.
Yeah, another couple of minutes to go in the quarter, you would think, with the way it was played. A couple of little stoppages there for some injuries in the middle of the quarter.
Clearance. Districts. Ball comes to ground. It's an up and under. Narkle looks like he's tracking for it. He's taken the mark. It's gone about 18 metres up and about 3 metres wide. Umpire says no. My tape measure's better than yours.
Yeah, it definitely went about 18 metres up in the air and about 2 or 3 metres wide, but I've seen them pay those before.
Ball up. Lockyer, Wyatt, runs on Schwartz. Right foot. He put that into the gatekeeper's box.
Yeah, you can see what he did there. His foot slipped as he went to kick, and he turned around straight away in disgust as he knew where that ball was going.
Dunn will take the kick out. He's got Steele moving down towards him. They're going to go that way. Steele all of a sudden becomes the man behind, and the ball goes out of bounds. He's taken the option. Steele, he's got to look. If anybody's going to do it, I'm going to have to do it. I'm the biggest bloke out there. Ryan can't tell it. Ryan runs forward, double hand, palm the ball out of bounds. Is that deliberate? No, it's not.
He could have taken that on the chest and run all the way through there. The opposition ruckman didn't even go with him.
So we're at 24 minutes. Can't be long to go now. Boundary throw in. Ryan doesn't really have a great deal of strength. Cantilla in that, and with that battle, Bidmaid goes back to Ryan. Lockyer affects the tackle. Stanley, screw kick. Ham sits underneath it, takes the mark. He had 3 or 4 options then, and one was Quentin Arkley was standing there by himself. Must be covered in black snakes. Lockyer. Steele hands it straight to Ryan, who kicks forward. The mark is there taken. That's Johnson. He'll go forward. Straight to Rioli. It's not Rioli Vigona. Straight to Tiwi, who take the mark. That's Bedford in the defensive line. And there's lots of hands on hips, and there's lots of blokes on knees, and they're all pointing, and they're thinking, we've got 18, 20-odd minutes to go. And our season is done for Tiwi.
Yeah, 18-point lead to Crocs at quarter time, 51 at half time, extended it to 59 points that quarter. You're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. We'll be back with the final quarter.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch.
Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up. Bring it back, bring it back.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're in the front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to AFL-NT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 18 clash from Norbuilt. My name's Nick Danks, my commentary partner this afternoon, Paul Mayo. And Paul, it looks like Southern District's going to wrap up the minor premiership and get the week off next week.
If I'm a betting man, I'm saying yes, but I'm not. But looking at that scoreboard, I reckon they've done enough. I reckon if I'm Shannon Rusker, I'm probably putting, although they're going to get next week off anyway, I'd probably be resting a few blokes if you had some blokes out there that might be a little bit sus or a bit sore, and I'd be playing as much bruise-free footy as I possibly could this quarter, just to get them through. I can have the week off. They've played a couple of games out here in the last couple of weeks, which have been 2 games in wet, slippery conditions, and they had a night game against Wanderers, which was probably not overly competitive, but it was a little bit tough. So they're probably looking, they'll enjoy the week off. But yeah, it's too strong, too good. Tiwi just lacking some A-graders to match the likes of the Narkles and the Johnsons and the Bowdens. And at this stage, and obviously guys like Jed Anderson. So, but look, they're put on a brave face today. Tiwi, they're massively under height. Tanner Blackley-Noto, who's the key defender, has been up against Big White Ryan. They've had Carson Cantilla in there as well. They just threw Jack Steele in just to try and combat his dominance, but they're still unable to do that. And he's been a pillar today, Ryan, feeding the likes of Narkle and Johnson. Bidmaid now, who's gone into the middle. So from this point onwards, I'd say she's going to be fairly easy. It'll be a roll-on effect. Even if they don't even score districts, I'd be happy to put the Q in the rack. Yeah,
I wonder what Shannon Rusker thinks of the last couple of weeks. They've had a pretty bruise-free run. I mean, they defeated Pint by 71 points. They defeated Darwin Buffaloes by 37 on a real wet day. They defeated Wanderers by 124, didn't get a goal scored against them. They defeated Magpies last week by 69, and Magpies didn't even score. And today they've only had 2 goals against them. So interested to see how that leads into finals footy for them.
Well, last year they had a similar run home where they were kicking cricket scores. They had Buffaloes and Palmerston and a few others back-to-back. And they finished up kicking big scores continuously. But they were virtually playing bruise-free footy, and when they came into a finals contest, it was a bit of a shock to them. But we'll see what transpires in these next 20 or so minutes.
Yeah, especially that final could be against the Marys or Nightcliff Tigers as well, so it's going to be a tough one when they play their first final.
Ball finds its way out of a half-forward flank for Tiwi, but there's a drop in the ball and it's gone against Caswell. Kick will go to Jonathan Ross. He's got Stephen Motlop standing beside him. He goes backwards.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a bit of this quarter. It'll be possession football. Motlop standing out here all by himself, and there's about 3 players. Ross is by himself as well.
So Bowden goes to Lake. He's got Stephen Motlop coming back down the other wing. Now he decides to go out of the far wing again. Goes back to Bowden, collecting possessions. The ball bounces in front of Bidmaid. Giddings. Now they're at centre wing. They've got a loose. This is Clark. Plays on. Down towards half forward. The leader was Farrett. The ball was at his feet. Dunn picks it up. Returns the ball back to where it came from. Mark is there taken by Tiwi, but they try to get a neat handball over the top. Steele has picked it up. Doesn't know what to do with it. He's going backwards. He's backtracking. There's massive numbers there for Districts over the top of the ball. Umpire says, I'll have it.
Wiping the mud off the ball, yeah. There's a lot of water over that side of the ground where it dips off there last week. And
I see Nunes is back in town and he's actually out there umpiring today, so boundary umpiring. It's nearly a throw. Blackley-Noto gets the ball forward. No, that's classed as a throw. Free kick goes back. Johnson, short. Schwartz. It's in the middle of the ground. He's gone wide, half forward flank. Shannon goes into the pocket. He's got 2 options. Farrow is one of those.
Farrow ran out there ages ago and was standing there by himself, and they still had time to pin him off, and no one's gone with him from Tiwi.
Goes hands off. He's got Shannon coming around the outside onto his left, preferred side. He's put that out in the full. No, Scrivello's going to go back and take it. Rules are rules. Jacob Port. Hams is offering it short, and he goes that way. Back pocket. He goes short again. They'll do the same again. They're back into the middle of the ground now. This is Bedford. Just chip and chase the ball around. Comes out now. Finds its way. This is Tipper Woonamiri. Blackley Noda, grandstand side. He's looking to try and get the ball inside 50. He's found Carson Cantilla, who was playing in the ruck not long ago. Puts the ball up forward. They've got an option here. There's a kick on goal. And they've scored. So Tiwi have gone coast to coast. And the ball's been kicked there by Michael Thompson, who has probably been their best player, Danksy, all day.
Yeah, Bidwell as well has had a red-hot go, but yeah, they needed that one. But they've done that in the last couple of quarters. They kicked a goal early in the quarter. 5 minutes nearly gone here, but that's a bit. They've only had 3 for the day.
Well, they just brought the ball from one end of the ground to the other, and they did it quite easy. They just chipped the ball around. I'm not really sure if that's the Southern District's program is to go, okay, let's not hurt ourselves, let's not put ourselves in any harm's way. Try to avoid whatever contact you can and do what you need to do.
I've got a feeling that's probably spot on because there was a couple of opportunities there to go really hard and knock that ball away, and they let the Bombers take a fairly straightforward marks all the way across there. You don't normally see Southern District let a ball come across the front of the square that easily.
Ryan gets the tap out. Shannon kicks forward. District's player goes down. A little bit slippery down in that back corner. Hams to Scrivello. Comes back around. Bedford has gone over the top of him, his head. This is picked up now by Tiwi on the wing. Rioli gets a hand out. Goes back to Bedford. He's going to get run down. He gets a kick away. Ball goes straight here to Lake, who takes the mark in front of Bedford. He goes backwards. Burgess goes 40 metres backwards.
Yeah.
Now they come 40 metres forwards to Stephen Motlop.
Yeah, Motlop will look for somebody else to pass it back to. Takes a touch on the ground. And he'll go backwards. So obviously the rule for Rusco is let's just get this quarter out of the road, take the week off and get ourselves set for finals footy.
Narkle. Sideways. Motlop. Ryan's made some space. Rioli's let him go. Takes the mark. He's got a runner. He's got 2. He goes to Ross. Lake is running into trouble now. Narkle. Should be easy. Back to Lake. Squeezes his way through. Works his way to the outer flank. It's picked up now by Barnard. He goes wide, so they've gone directly across the ground. Out of wing. Stanley goes long. It's gone in towards 50. Mark taken. Farah. He says, hold up, boys. I'm going to have a shot. It's probably 55. It's got to be outside 50.
Yeah, not easy from that angle with this on this ground.
It's gone deadly still here too, Danksy. It's gone a little bit muggy, actually. Might be a bit of humidity in the air that may well have an impact on this. Goal line pie shifts forward. It's missed everything.
Out on the fall of the near post. Looked like come further around than that.
Yeah. That's what happens when we're in the bleachers. Tiwi bring the ball out. They're going out towards half-back flank. Coach's box side of the ground. Shannon has had the ball on a string today. Comes back to Lake. Hat kick forward. Big mark taken there by Farah again. He's pointing back towards the goals. Quentin Narkle wants it. They go, no. We're going long. And now he does go short. Jonathan Ross.
We know he can make the distance, but he's
hands
off.
Big left foot out. That's Michael Bowden, I'm thinking. Missed.
$54 points the difference. It was 59 at three-quarter time.
Play on from fullback. Grandstand side. See, we're bringing it out, bits and pieces. He's got to keep possession, nothing silly. They go short. Rioli. Caswell. Centre wing. He's going forward. He's got an option. He's got a runner. And a man in the goal square has got to wait for it. No decision. Tiwi get the ball there. That's Cantilla, left foot, high in the air. Marks his own footy. Has a little chip and chase. Ball goes out of bounds. Well, that was a little bit eventless, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's sort of fallen on top of him there as well. I'm amazed the umpire didn't ping him for that. But he's got up, I think. Michael Bowden, that is, who was the bottom of that pack.
Ryan gets the tap. Falls at the feet. Dunn can't pick it up. Hack kick out by Districts. Lockyer takes the mark. Swings round on the left. That's a long bomb towards goals. Far side for a point. Short. Motlop out of full back. They've got an option with Clark. He's moving. Holds. It's Lloyd Johnson, actually, sorry. Motlop on the run. Short. He's got to run through the middle of the ground. Burgess gets a handball out. Finds himself to Matty Johnson. They go forward. It's massive numbers, massive crocodiles down there at the moment. Schwartz goes inside out. Can't find it. It's cleaned up by Rioli. Gone outside. Like short inside now. Tiwi again. Now across the centre wing, they've got a loose. They've got a bit of overlap. They've got some run on. This is Bedford. Runs through. He's got an option. He went too short. Lake, double-fisted, gets the ball out. They're out now, Narkle. Districts have cleared the ball. It's out the other side of centre wing now. They've got numbers here. Two handballs and a rushed kick. It's a one-on-one in the goal square. Benjalin's going to beat him, we think. It's a pick-up and a tackle. It's got to be holding the ball. It hasn't gone over. Yes, it is. Jacob Port makes the call.
Yeah, good call there. He was definitely one-on-one tackle. He should have knocked that around, and the moment he took the ball, he was going to be tackled.
So, Farah tried to turn on a 10-cent piece. Kurt Dunn wanted nothing to do with it. He's probably their best. Him and Michael Thompson today, Danksy. See, we break out now. Out of the back lines, he's their disposal. He's probably let him down. They would have turned it over a few times. Caswell can't pick it up. Quentin Narkle streaks through. He's looking for his forward and he's found him. And that's Farah.
Yeah, the instructions are pretty obvious out here now. Is it just simple kicks? Take the mark, take your time when you get the opportunity.
So the Tiwi inefficiencies, bringing the ball out of the back line, they've been under pressure all day. They're into their last 10 or 12 minutes of footy for the year. Fundamental mistakes. It's going to turn this into probably into a bit of a cricket score as Farah kicks the goal. And that increases the margin.
59 points now. In other games of round 18 last night, St Mary's defeated Palmerston by 74 points. There's two more games on today to finish the final round of the season. 4 o'clock at DXC Arena, so not that far away. The game of the round, Pint and Nightcliff Tigers. The winner of that game will go through to the elimination final. The loser of the game, will be in the elimination final, and the winner will be in the qualifying final. And the regular season ends tonight, 6:30 at Gardens Oval. Waratah know now they're going to play finals footy no matter what happens tonight against the Darwin Buffaloes.
The other process in that program is in the Women's Premier League too, Danksy, is that Palmerston have actually slipped into the 5 as of their win last night by a point over St Mary's. Buffaloes have got Waratahs this afternoon, so they're in a must-win program as well to make the finals because their percentage is about 18% below Palmerston at the moment, who are sitting pretty in 5th spot. So there's another win situation with one of the clubs to make finals, and that's all up to Darwin Buffaloes over Waratahs tonight at Gardens Oval.
So that looks like a 50-metre penalty, is it? Or they just paid the mark? Just paid the mark.
This is Farah again.
He's about 5 shots from the exact spot this quarter, and he hasn't got one yet, so hopefully he can get this one on the board.
2 steps, and that'll do.
And he liked that one.
So they extend the lead again.
65 points. It was 18 at quarter time, 51 at half time, 59 at 3/4 time. We're at to 65-point lead now. So the final regular season today, of course. So the finals, so Southern Districts, is what I'm trying to say, will get the week off next week. And so Pint and Nightcliff this afternoon. So if Pint win, the qualifying final will be St Mary's and Pint, and the elimination final will be Nightcliff and Waratah. If the Tigers win tonight, they'll play in the qualifying final against St Mary's, and the elimination final will be Pint and Waratah.
So it's all about Nightcliff and Pint, Danksy, tonight.
Big game out there this afternoon, as I said, starting in about 2 or 3 minutes, so keep an eye on that one.
It was a busy airport last night. Ryan again, a tap. Ross off the ground has gained about 70 metres. Narkle seems to have rolled forward a little bit now. The ball's hit the ground. Tiwi doing their best to try and bring it out. Narkle's on the end of it. Turns, centres it. Who's he looking for? The ball's fallen out to the back of the pack. It's a foot race. That's Johnson. Picks it up, gets a handball out. Can't find a like player. The ball's fallen out now. Tiwi ready to pick it up. They're going to push the ball over the bench line as Tipper Woodameri to see it over for what is probably going to be about another 5 or 6 minutes of footy left for the Tiwi Bombers. Made the finals last year under Paddy Bowden, and this year just outside. Do you give it a pass, Danksy, or what do you say?
Yeah, no, halfway through the season, absolutely. Just a couple of weeks where they've got lost games where you think, well, they could have probably pinched that one. But at the end of the season, they're going to finish in 6th spot.
They had Waratahs early in the season too, didn't they? Yeah. They were all over the top. The Waratahs came home with a wet sail and turned it into a bit of an embarrassment. As Johnson goes long now. Mark taken on the goal line. McLean, they've got an out here, Tiwi. They've got a couple of numbers, but the man that's come in to spoil the fun is Geordie Johnson. Gets the handball. This is Caswell. He's had a pretty good day possession-wise. Team-wise, probably not. Johnson gets the ball again. Edie looks forward. Anderson chips over the top. Ryan's in the forward pocket, and he's going to pull the socks up and put the mouthguard away, and he's going to have a shot.
Yeah, the season for the Bombers, it's all been about defeating the sides in the below them in the ladder, but not doing anything against the sides above them. They did win the last 2 weeks. They had a bye the last 2 games had a bye last week, and they've come in to face Southern Districts, which they probably wasn't looking forward to.
To the near side, Wyatt Ryan missed everything. Yeah, not good having the bye and then coming in for one game, which was going to be season defining for them. It's probably not ideal. We may well see the bye disappear next year.
Yep.
Watch this space.
Fingers crossed. But of course, the 2 weeks prior, they beat Palmerston by 22 points and Buffs by 28 points. But as I said, they've only defeated one side one game inside the top 5 this season.
Hams to Rioli, brings the ball out. Johnson. Berry. Turns it over. Motlop goes backwards. Lake. They've got a couple of options. One of them is to go directly sideways. Bid made. He's got 3 options behind him. Decides to go to Stanley. He's got somebody making an effort. They've gone back across. They're just waxing now.
Yeah, the hardest person working at the moment is the stats person, just counting these kicks that Southern Districts, just chipping around in triangles.
Lake to Burgess. Chips up. Oh, bounces off the chest. That's Barry. He can't get it out. Stephen Motlop finishes up with it. Intercept handball. Ross kicks it in. McLean gets a punch away. Tiwi might roll forward into the forward 50, and how and they do. And this is a mark here to Stanley Tupalura, who has been very quiet today. He might have the last kick of the day. It's about 40 metres out. See, Districts they were fluffing around with it, Danksy, weren't they? They were just mucking around with it. They will just keep this.
Yeah, Stephen Modlop's had about 20 possessions this quarter, and none of them have been outside of 5 feet from him. And
that's a goal to Tipalura.
So back to the 59-point margin we had at three-quarter time. So that's pretty much showed you what this quarter's been like.
Now, I bet you they wouldn't be doing that if they were up against the Samaris and they're 6 points up, or in a final, or against a top 5 team. But it just goes to show Tiwi will never stop. It's got to be in the right place at the right time, and they've got a couple of players out there that can hold their heads high today, being able to swoop on some loose footies even late in the game.
Yeah, expected more out of some districts. So I know what they're playing for, but 13-9, and they've just been comfortable since about quarter time. Really, they were 18 points up at quarter time, and then kicked away in the second quarter. And since then, they've just Shannon Ruska's put the cue in the rack and just hold off and make sure we don't get any injuries before we get a week's rest.
And probably just deserves to. I'm thinking that if I'm in the same situation and I've got a week off and I've got some players out there that might need a rest, would be to play your bruise-free footy program, not taking anything away from Tiwi. But if the game was on the line, I don't think they'd be playing it this way.
No,
Ryan misses it. Narkle can't get it. Tiwi, 3 touches in the ball. This hit Jack Steele, still inside 50, and it's a 50-metre penalty. I don't think it was against Narkle. I think it might have been against one of the runners coming past. He might have got a little bit too close. So Jack Steele's going to kick a goal from about 32 metres out. This could be the last kick of the day.
Yeah, a couple of minutes, and Tiwi season is over.
Didn't have his usual presence today in what was started off being a wet, miserable, rainy day. Has turned out to be quite a dry program from about half-time onwards. Steele kicks from about 32. Kicks through it. Goal umpire doesn't move. Tiwi on the board again. So they can celebrate a little bit here over the next couple of minutes. Goals to Tipalura and to Big Jack Steele. So they put 5 on the board, which is a lot better than a couple of opposition clubs have done over the last couple of weeks against this strong Southern Districts outfit.
Yeah, 5 weeks ago, 6. 4 weeks ago, then 0-0. So they've certainly held up the defence for Southern Districts. Admittedly, last week the conditions were just horrendous at after half time, and I don't think any team scored much last week, and unfortunately going away scoreless.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not what you want from a player, coach, committee, supporter program. Is that the top 4 sides, and then there's a little bit of a battle for 5th. Waratahs are in there at the moment. Ryan goes backwards. Rioli is inside now. Blackley Noda has battled hard today. Intercepted. Stephen Motlop. Oh, we're on the last minute of the game, and we're throwing 50-metre penalties out in a 10-goal game. Motlop runs past his Tiwi opposition, and he gets to the stage where it's play on. Jonathan Ross, half-forward flank. He's going to go for goal. I'm thinking, no, he's gone for a forward. And he's found Jed Anderson, who's dropped into the goal square for the last couple of minutes of the game. Can he put number 5 on the board, Danksy?
He's had a big game today, a couple of early ones, of course, and since then it's been pretty good. As you said before with Ruska, that would have been his instructions. Let's get to a point at half-time where we can just settle down, and that's exactly what they did. 51-point lead then, and at the moment we're aiming this for 59 points if he kicks this one.
And that's hit the
post.
Yeah.
So it's a 54-point lead at the moment, and really that's been the name of the game, is just get in front at half-time, and then let's kick the ball around, and I reckon we're probably just under 2 minutes left to go.
Well, you're right. As you said, 51 points at half-time, and we've got a deficit at the moment of 54. So whether it's Districts or whether it's Tiwi have been able to hold and play an equal half, yet to be known. But at the end of the day, Southern Districts are going to be minor premiers and are going to get the week off next week. Tiwi are done for the year. As we said, Danksy, is it a pass mark? Probably not, based on their first half of the year. How can they improve? What are they looking for? I suppose every club is going through the same program at the moment.
Yeah, you're going to start picking up some points against those top sides, which is what they didn't do this season. They had their wins against all the bottom sides. Didn't win all their games at home, which they have done in the past.
Tiwi bomb it forward. Stanley gets a handball out, gets a give and go. Goes sideways. Mark is taken by Burgess. Just hacks it in the direction of Ryan. Blackley Noda finishes up with the ball. It's a little daisy chip. Rioli goes long. Tip and Woody try to find Tipalura. The punch goes nowhere apart from Barnard. They're mucking around with it now, Districts. Motlop out of the goal square. Goes wide. They're hanging on to it. The information is that we're running out of time, so they're just chipping it around. They do it again. Johnson, they're out on the wing now. They're pushing forward. Can they get one more? It's an entry now. Forward 50. Tyron's going to beat them.
So there it is, a 54-point win to Southern Districts, 13-10-88 to 5-4-34. Tiwi Bombers look better in that quarter, but at the end of the day, it's just the Southern Districts did what they had to do, and that was win. They get the week off, and they are minor premiers for season 25-26. Your goal scorers today, Paul?
So Stanley Tipalura, Braden McLean, one each. Michael Thompson, one. Jack Steele, one. And Samuel Caswell, one for Tiwi, where Jed Anderson was the major goal scorer with 4 multiples to Will Farrer and Bo Schwartz. Singles, Jonathan Ross, Quentin Arkle, Matty Johnson, Taj Stanley and Wyatt Ryan. So fairly well spread. Jed Anderson had 3 first half goals, and Districts, they only won the second half by 3 points, so they virtually put the cue in the rack. But Wyatt Ryan dominated, and if we're going to see that in the next couple of weeks of finals, that's something to come by. Is his ability to feed the likes of Matty Johnson and Matty Shannon today, and then Mitchell Bidmaid when he went in there. The forward structure, Quentin Arkle on ball was fantastic. Bo Schwartz quiet, but Jed Anderson picked up the slack there. Tiwi had some tries. I liked the game. From Caswell, he was busy, as was Dunn and Thompson, and towards the end there, Blackley Noda had a big scalp to carry all day and in the Wyatt Ryan program, but sort of try to do his best, and they threw a couple of extras in there as well. But for Tiwi, it's over. It's the start of things to come for Districts in their campaign to come away with what could be another premiership.
Yeah, I know right now at TXC Arena, the game of the round, Piner taking on Nightcliff Tigers, and the regular season ends 6:30 at Gardens Oval with Waratah and Darwin Buffaloes. Thanks for being with us this afternoon. My name is Nick Danks. Thanks, Paul, for being with us. It's been a pleasure to host you, and we'll catch you next time.